Everybody, check out my book, Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. It's my poetry. So listen, I put up a video on Facebook about social engineering, and I was talking about how everybody comes to America and they come to America as a group and they come to correct their poverty and they pretend that their language handicaps them, but it doesn't. They use their language to build a fence around their community. And I was saying how black people don't have a language, and I said the only language you really have that separates us and binds us is probably Ebonics. You know, even like when you go from one state to another here in America, you make eye contact with another black guy, and it's pretty much like you like saying, "What's up?" You're like, "What are you doing here?" It's like we traveling from dot to dot. It's like we're going from one hood to another. And the reason I say it is because like 75% of black people that live in America live in urban areas, and you know, like in those urban areas, the government own the property or the Jews own the property. The Asians own the Asians own the hair care products and hair care products, the liquor stores, the laundromat, and the Chinese food restaurants. And the Indians usually own the gas stations and the Dunkin' Donuts and shit like that. See, and I think black people got this misconception that we're going to go to school, we're going to get us a good education, and then we're going to get us a good job. But it's not jobs that determines your existence in America. It is wealth that determines your existence in America. And this is why black people, this is why black people, we got all the shit we're going through with the police because we're the weakest link in America and we are the easiest ones to pick on. Hold on one second. And we're the easiest ones to pick on. So if you pick on the Asians got people that's going to stand up for them and their country. If you pick on the Latinos or the Hispanics, they got people that's going to stick up for them. That's why, like I was saying in my other video, like Hispanic really is like a new term that started in the late 60s. And Hispanic really means that anybody that comes from a Spanish-speaking country can be considered Hispanic. It doesn't matter if they're from Cuba, they could be from Guatemala, they could be from Ecuador, they could be from Spain, they could be from any Spanish-speaking country. They're going to be labeled as Hispanic. And what this does is this smothers black people in numbers. And like I said before, black people don't have a language and no one to speak up for us. And most of the black leaders, 99.9% of them, are exploiting black people. And this is why, they're exploiting black people or they're naive to what's going on. And they really can't see. America has think tanks. America has approximately 1,100 think tanks. Black people don't have any think tanks. So these think tanks know how to use things, policies that they create against us. And this is why, like when I say black leaders probably mean well, but they can't handle the think tanks in Washington. And this is why, like when black people fought for civil rights, we didn't realize what was going to happen later on down the line, because Martin Luther King was very passionate about what he did as far as civil rights is concerned. But now that black people fight for civil rights, everybody in America could come and use civil rights for their benefit. So it doesn't necessarily help black people like it once did. Like everybody could come in here and use civil rights. Jews can use civil rights. Gays can use civil rights. Women can use civil rights. And what this does is this dilutes the power this dilutes black people power. Like I was saying before, like integration was a social illusion. Integration was a diluting process. And now civil rights does not necessarily help black people and black people only like it was supposed to do. Like it was supposed to do when it was created in the 1800s. And now, that's why I keep saying, I don't know, black people need a language. We need to stick together. And when I say stick together, I don't mean to come together as a group. First of all, never in the history of black people have black people come together as a group to do harm to any other group. But what black people need to do now is stick together. And I'm not trying to say go out and harm someone else. I'm saying stick together in the sense that money goes from one black hand to another black hand, to another black hand, to another black hand, like it does in Chinatown, or like it does in Brooklyn, or like the money does in any Jewish neighborhood, or any neighborhood in Chinatown. The money goes from one Asian hand to another Asian hand. From what I understand, it does that at least 14 times before it leaves the neighborhood. In black neighborhoods, where we live in urban areas, the money leaves right away. And it is wealth and money that determines your existence in America. It's not religion. It's not who's a Hebrew Israelite. It's not who's a Jew. It's not who's a Muslim. It's not who's gay. It's not who's lesbian. And it doesn't matter if you Q, dog, Kappa. That shit don't matter. Only thing that matters in America is money and blood. And black people are shedding each other's blood, and we're not circulating the money amongst ourselves. And that's why we're catching hell from the black people. I mean, from the police, because like I said before, the police are an extension of the military. And their job is to pick on the weakest link, which are black people.